My name's David Pointon, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of the Men's Table. Before I go along, I'd like to just ask you to just relax a little. If you need to get some more coffee, top up those cups, a little bit of food in the corner, and make yourselves comfortable. Thanks everyone for joining us here today. I know a lot of you have got up pretty early. Spoken to a few people that had a fair distance to travel. These breakfast events all sound pretty good until the alarm goes off at 4:30. I also just want to acknowledge the traditional owners of this country that we're meeting on, the elders past, present and emerging, the Gadigal people. First Nations people and their culture teach us about connection and care and respect for self, for others and for country. And that's very relevant to the work that the Men's Table does and also to our meeting today. I love this room. Looking around, see all these books, all these records, a couple of pictures on the walls here, which I studied up close, and I noted all men in those pictures. So the history of this place is a place where mostly in the early days, a lot of men were meeting. And it got me thinking about, the earlier generations in my own life. Grandpa Max. He was a big, tall man, a farmer, with a great big bucket hands and a big booming laugh. He had his moments with alcohol, but he was dearly loved by his 13 grandchildren. Great mentor to me. The role he played seemed pretty clear. He ran the farm, Grandma ran the home. And times are changing, roles are changing. And on International Men's Day, we get to reflect on men today and on the opportunities and the challenges that we all face, but through the eyes of men. I'm fortunate that I get to meet many good men in this work, in this job. Men come together in a private room, as we've already heard, for a different kind of conversation, one that they get to talk about and listen and share about what's really going on for them, their feelings, the highs and lows. The other day, I was at an entree, which is our introductory night, so all men come to an entree, and we asked men to check in. We create a safe place, and then we asked them to check in and share why did they choose to come along. One man, he was just sitting on the corner of the table to my right. He said, "I've come here because I'm lonely." He said, I live on my own. I work from home for a Brisbane-based company, and there are days where I don't see anyone. Another one said, "It's taken me 18 months to get here." At one of our early entrees, a man said, "I've got mates, but we just talk about footy and shit." We actually put that on our postcard. Men share about their family breakdown and in some cases, heartbreaking stories of estrangement from children who they're desperate to see. I'm a member of two tables, and it's common to hear men grappling with the sense of meaning and purpose, trying to find that in their lives. Last week, a man shared how he wished he felt more psychologically safe in his marriage. Another confessed to having anger issues and it had been through the courts, and he was now ready to start on what he described as building a better version of himself. Over half of the men at tables have a lived or living experience of suicide. That means they might have experienced ideation themselves, they might be survivors, they might be bereaved, or they might be supporting someone affected. 55% of men have that experience at tables. So these issues of loneliness, superficial connection, family breakdown, and help seeking, they're all affecting the health and the mental health of all men and put a burden on those around them and on the health system and on society. Under all this is a common thread. They don't have a safe place to share and talk about these challenges, to offload and unburden, and to find connection. And that's where we come in. As you've heard, the Men's Table, we go beyond banter. Most blokes just talk about footy, fishing, politics. This all started for myself and a few men back in 2011 when fellow co-founder Ben Hughes had a really clear insight. He realised that if one man is willing to share how he really feels, what's really going on in an open way, in an authentic and open-hearted way, it opens the door of vulnerability and other men can walk through and they can start to share as well. When the 12 of us started meeting just down the road here in Surrey Hills as the first men's table, I knew at that point a lot of people in my life. I was running a business, but I came to realise it is all very transactional, all very superficial. And I was actually yearning for depth in the friendships that I'd cultivated through university and even at high school, growing up in Adelaide. We met for over 7 years and became a really close community of men, realising that we weren't alone in our joys and our struggles. Out of that first group came, which still meets, and a couple of members here today who still meet at MT1. We came up with a set of guidelines that each new table is now introduced to at the entrees so that they can become a healthy, functioning and enduring group. The kitchen team, we call ourselves the kitchen, serving the tables, are rolling out the table program ABC. So we activate in new communities, we build new tables, and we care for tables' ongoing health and healthy functioning, and also building skills such as suicide intervention skills for those men. This is a preventative solution. It's a non-clinical solution. So that means it's addressing some of the very significant workforce shortages that are out there with in the mental health sector. It's led by local men in local communities. So it's building capacity. And the benefits ripple out beyond the table and into the men's lives and relationships outside the table. So we're proud of the growing impact that we've been having since the organisation started in 2019, where we just had the one table. In New South Wales, there's now over 1,100 men and over 100 tables. And as we heard from Dr. Holland and Robert, across the country, 2,300 men. And at the latest count, 213 tables have a number and another 22 are currently in formation. We don't give them a number straight away. So today we're excited to announce and launch our impact report, Strengthening Community with Care. And please take a copy with you and then pass it on. We like the old-fashioned hard copy. You can put it on a coffee table and someone else can pick it up when you're finished with it. It's our 5th annual report, and for the first time we can confirm a hunch that we always had because of the experience we had from MT1, the first table. And that is that as tables endure over time, the benefits grow. It's a cost-effective model with investment delivering sustainable impacts that continue to grow. It's kind of like planting care trees that bear fruit season after season. It's a multi-impact fruit tree or program. Let's look at what some of the data shows. Firstly, we're building preventative mental health. So 95% of men say their table is a safe place to share and be vulnerable. 95%. 87% say there's a mental health and wellbeing benefit by being at a table. We're building social capital, two-way reciprocity. Men receive care. 3 out of 4 of men at tables say they feel comfortable reaching out to a fellow table member if they feel troubled. And 70% say they feel more confident to help someone who talks about suicide. Men's help seeking also improves. Almost 50% of men are more likely to go and see a doctor after being at a table. I'm one of those. Over half of men are more likely to seek professional help for their mental health when they need it. Men also develop better life skills and support and coping skills. They become better listeners. And when we've asked women confirm, yes, the man I know has become a better listener. They're also better able to manage stress and emotion. 60% of men say that they're better able to understand and manage their emotions. Also, positive role modelling to younger men is supported. 82% of men, say they have a greater concern that young men are shown how to be good men. The data shows men are less lonely and more connected. They have a greater sense of belonging in community. And the ripple effect shows positive impacts to women and to families. All of these are protective factors for mental health and suicide prevention for men and for our communities. They're also protective factors for family violence. To achieve these impacts takes partnerships, and I want to acknowledge today the organisations who partner with us. Our funders are our lifeblood as a not-for-profit. Thanks previously to the New South Wales Health Ministry and the former government. The primary health networks, some of which are in the room today, Hunter New England and Central Coast PHN, have been great supporters. Southwest Sydney PHN, Luke's here today, and Western New South Wales PHN, and Lewis is in the room as well. Thank you for being here. Thanks also to our philanthropic funders, teams at Snow Foundation, Perpetual and Wilson Foundation are all supporting us in generous ways. And a special thanks to all of the personal donors who have contributed over time, all the way back to our very first crowdfunding when we first got started in 2019. Foundations and philanthropy are key to our sustainable future so that we can grow beyond government funding. Thanks to other organisations contributing to important work for men also celebrating International Men's Day here today. And some of you I've seen in the room, and others maybe I just haven't quite caught your eye yet. Lifeline with Colin Seary. Are You OK? I think I saw Catherine Newton here. Hi, Catherine. The Australian Men's Health Forum and their president, Jill Hunt. Mentoring Men. W Now, Dave Eccles, another fast-growing community-led organisation for men. Samson, Craig, I'm not sure if Craig's in the room. And Men's Sheds, and also Suicide Prevention Australia. Thanks to all of those organisations for the great work you do also in this space of supporting men and men's mental health. Thanks to our generous board, all of whom are here, and advisory board members. Thanks for your professional and voluntary contributions to help the organisation to grow and be so well run. Thanks to the many women and others who refer and encourage men to step forward. And a huge thank you to all of the men who are sitting at tables, many of whom are in the room today. You provide such wonderful care and support to each other, and undoubtedly also caring for yourselves. So thank you. So as we enter our 6th year, we started to reflect on what's this work that we're really doing? What's the essence of it? And we realised there's 2 kind of core ingredients at the heart of the Men's Table Special recipe: care and connection. There's a lot more to be done, we also realised, to contribute to a healthy world that's safe and connected for all of us. And so as we thought about this, our reason for being got bigger. So today I'm excited to announce our expanded sense of purpose. Our purpose is to make caring connection a universal male behaviour. To make caring connection a universal male behaviour. On this day celebrating Men's Health Champions, we stand committed to championing a world in which care and connection flourish. Our work helps men move from disconnection, stoicism and poor health to a place where they regularly practice care for themselves, for other men and for their loved ones and their communities. It's a shift in how we think about men's health, masculinities and the roles men play. For care and connection to flourish amongst all men, we will need to work together. It will require the government to step up and play a more proactive role in supporting men's health. We know that the current system isn't adequately addressing the unique challenges that men face. We know the costly downstream effects of neglected social determinants of poor health. The data shows that non-clinical, community-led preventative solutions are effective. and cost effective. We know that there's a need out there. I looked at the CRM yesterday, and right now the wait list in New South Wales is 361 men. These are all men who we've had a conversation with, they've approached us, and who want to join a men's table. That's why today I'm calling on both state and federal governments and philanthropic funders to increase investment in men's health programs, especially ones that focus on mental health, social connection and community building. We can do more to support grassroots, non-clinical men's work and see this leverage of that in safer, healthier communities. In closing, I want to thank all of you for being here. Thanks for your support and your partnering and belief in the work we're doing. Each of you plays a vital part in helping to see caring connection flourish and being men's health champions. Lastly, I want to encourage each of you to be a champion for the men in your life, and if you're a man, for your own life, to continue advocating for men's health and to push for a future where every man can be a health champion in his own life and in the lives of others. As we prepare to take action in departing this room on these opportunities today, I just invite you, as we finish out, to turn to the person next to you just to briefly share something from this morning that's new or interesting or inspiring to you. You're also welcome to seek out members of the kitchen, come and have a chat, or members of the board, or indeed men from tables who are here. Thank you very much for being here, and enjoy your day and safe travels. Thank you very much.